Tonight's episode is brought to you by Digby Distillery. Hard to pronounce, easy to drink. Find out more at goodredigby.com.
Just give the average Joe an insight of what's it like playing at this level.
Friday night's always been a personal favourite of mine. You've got the long weekend. Everyone's just wanting that release, that stimulation, just to watch a macabre sport of gladiatorial confrontation. And you feed off that as athletes. Like, you love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
The drop kick-off once again. It's an instant reaction. We're back in Event Room B in the bowels of Suncorp Stadium. I've got Nathan Williamson by my side and Nick Hartman on the phone. Mr. Hartman, how many beers down are you?
Guinnesses. Is Guinness a beer?
Yes, it is.
It's more of a stout, but anyway, yeah. 6 Guinea down.
Jesus
6
Christ.
Papua New Guineas down.
Lucky bastard. Yeah, lucky bastard. We've got a game to talk about, and it's good that we have two of us who are absolutely exhausted from a day of work and one of us who's intoxicated. So,
exhausted from drinking, you know. I was working hard too, brother. I was working hard too.
You poor thing. You poor thing. But yes, we have a game to talk about, and that is, of course, the first test match between the Wallabies and the British and Irish Lions, with the British and Irish Lions winning 27-19. Can I be 100% honest here, lads, to kick us off? I thought the scoreline flattered the Wallabies.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I think it's fair. Do you reckon that's fair, Natho?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, I mean, I don't think...
I disagree, but go on, Natho.
Okay. let me put my case together. I think the second half they were a lot better, the Wallabies. But I think the first half they were hanging on for dear life. And that I think that just came with a bit of rust, just certain plays not coming together, not winning the big moments. But look, I think there's enough confidence you can take out of the second half. But yeah, that could have been... They at 27, I think it was 27-5 or
24-5.
24-5. I've seen past teams kick on with that, and the Lions looked like they were going to. So
yeah.
But look, I'll give them credit. The second half surge was great, gave a bit of hope and a bit of confidence heading to the next two games. But they need to do that for a lot longer if they're going to ensure Sydney's not a dead rubber.
Yeah. Why do you disagree, Hartman?
If you had to rate the halves they played, right? Let's say the first half for the Lions was 10 and the second half was 5, and the Wallabies was first half was 7, but the second half from the Wallabies was also 7. If you count that up over the match, 10-5, 7-7, the 15's winning over the 14. So I get that, but I think for a lot of the last 30 minutes, you did not think of the Lions at all. Like, they're on their back foot, and they were close to being yellow carded. So I kind of feel, watching the game, the Wallabies got blown off in the first half. Like, it wasn't looking good, but they somehow wrestled back the second half. And you don't really know how, in the best of the Northern Hemisphere, like, how are they on top? Like, it's penalty after penalty, they're holding on to the ball. So I kind of feel, you guys say that it flattered them in the first half. Yes. Second half, you don't know.
That's fair.
And I really think, given the injuries, given that the Wallabies didn't have, it was very rugby league in the way that they didn't have the forwards to make the game line.
Yeah, I felt like the
like if Payne Haas was sitting out of the state of origin, you'd be like, oh, okay. You can see how the Blues can't make the second half, but it was a bit like that. It's a wild thing to say. It's a wild fucking thing to say, but yeah, man, it was there. It was there, and I mean, the Lions took the 3. To make sure it wasn't the Wallabies had to have to score 3 tries to win the game.
I think they did that to win.
Does that not say the mindset?
No, it says that they wanted to win the match, but and with that they did. But it does also say to me, part of me is a bit worried because did the Lions get complacent in the second half because they were up 24-5 and thought, oh heck, we're doing really, really well, and then the Wallabies caught them napping, or is it actually the case that I thought the Wallabies did play a lot better in the second half. I thought the bench made a huge impact.
Yeah.
The people who came off the bench, What amazing things you can do when you actually play direct.
But
They
you
actually
say all
went
that.
up the guts.
But you say all that. The All Blacks at their peak would not let that happen.
No, but it's a different kettle of fish that we're talking about there. I reckon when the Wallabies went direct up the guts, the thing that cost them this game, in my opinion, is that we've been talking about it, and it's the only thing that I reckon separate that the Wallabies had a chance to win the match was get forward dominance, like consistent forward dominance at the line out, at the ruck, at the scrum. I think the scrum did very, very well. The line out was very, very spotty. The ruck was just it was chaos. It was absolute bloody chaos, and they didn't get parity. They didn't own that space, and as a result of not owning that space, if they need to focus on that and target that, if they do that, they can win the game.
Yeah,
they didn't, and that as a result, they didn't win the game.
The Lions at their best looked like they had really fast ruck ball.
Yes, yeah, they did.
And it was nuts. And it's kind of like, if you look at the Waratahs, what they did, they slowed them the fuck down. And you kind of wish, you kind of hope that the Lions had learned a lesson off that, right? But that's what you were hoping for, because Fraser McGrath was in and or around that, and he got 1 or 2 penalties. He should have got probably 2 more. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's. I mean, it was just like a kind of fucking procession for them, right?
Yeah, and I think that for the most part that was because there was no Valentini, no Skeleton. I think those two back next week make a world of difference.
I mean, Champion de Crepney did. I think it was 19 tackles. He tackled more than anyone else, but
19 didn't foul one.
He just didn't have the go forward. I mean, congrats on the debut, and I reckon he's got a great career ahead of him. But I mean, talk about baptism by fire, and it wasn't a perfect performance. His defence was good. His attack, he just didn't have the same thing that Bobby V had, like that go forward physicality, ability to get over the game line.
Well, I wonder, right? Like, the perfect opportunity would be to replay that match, and Valentini's there. Would he make go for it? And I don't think he would. Because
I disagree. Now that's too many Guinnesses talking right there.
No. But I mean, just a lot of the times you got the ball. I remember one time we got turned over. It was that Nick Frost. But a lot of the time it was on the back foot because of the rush defence.
Yeah, but you have some. I feel like they were missing someone that could just go straight through that, put them on the back foot, so they couldn't actually rush up.
I mean, even saying that, like in the second half, that was happening. Like Swiley never made a meter in the first half. Second half, he made a couple. He made meters out of nothing.
He didn't get any ball.
There was a couple of tweaks. No. I mean, like how that try that was. No, he did. But I mean, even that, right? Like, is that the difference? He got the ball.
Yes.
Or was it because they made other changes that made sure he got the ball? You know what I mean? Like, no one ever talks about that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, no, honestly though, right? Like, you know, Scott Fardy syndrome.
Yeah.
The guys who are doing the unsighted work that doesn't look good, and so you never notice it.
Yeah. Look, I reckon what the Wallabies probably learned a lot of good positive lessons from that second half when they actually got dominance and go forward a little bit. And I mean, the fact they won the second half is good, but I mean, they also know that they've got a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do. And I mean, I think Melbourne's probably the best opportunity to nab a test match because they'll have a turnaround from, instead of the Wallabies will have a 7-day turnaround they'll be coming in fresh off a lot of actually playing that level of intensity. Lions will have a 3-day turnaround, correct? 3 or 5. No, because they play on Tuesday.
No, they're importing half the Scotland squad to play for them.
So
it'll be full.
They'll be only because now you said in the press conference there's 44 players in that squad. Most of those guys are fit, so the reality is 20
still be fresh.
20 of the guys they named will be fresh, so it's not going to matter.
Tell you what who did earn a second stab in Melbourne? Tom Liner. Thought he played all right. But you're considering how bloody hard it is, baptism by fire to start. I thought he was quite well disciplined. I thought he was quite, like the whole talk about his quiet confidence. I actually thought that came through really, really well. It's just the fact that he was behind a team that wasn't getting any go forward. That was the problem.
Did you want me to speak? I thought he played really well. I mean, you know, this crazy thing, and I saw this during the week that some guy was saying you can't do any box kicking, you know, which is a very Australian rugby thing to say. And it's like, bro, have you not watched international rugby for the last 10 years? Like, the box kick is a very tactical weapon, you know. If you look back, and then they'll play in a couple of bits of it on social media, but it was the Wallabies 24 years ago playing the Lions, and some guys like, there's no fucking pods. You know how good, but it's a completely different fucking game.
Yeah.
And I think to go back to kind of Tom Liner and Drake Gordon, and Nathan, you'll be on my side here, but Tom Liner, his kicking was fucking perfect. Like,
It was solid, yeah.
It was 90% there, right? But you see what they're trying to do, which is kick it high, and we've got the guys in the air can fucking do it. 101, Jorgensen getting that ball out of nothing to score that try.
Oh, that was sexy.
It was sex. That try. Jorgensen played pretty well.
He was great.
Yeah, but
Jorgensen played
that
pretty well.
result's there. And you can see why you're trying to do it. And it's a low percentage play, but when it comes off, it comes off,
Yeah.
Low percentage, high reward.
Yeah.
Kind of. And trying to see that. And see Liner, I thought Liner played really, really fucking well. And maybe it's Schmidt, because a lot of the times they kicked the ball and Liner was there, at least twice, down his throat.
Yeah.
So...
He's a tough bastard, and he played.
Oh yeah, and he got tackled in the air. Really good fucking technique on the tackle, but illegal.
Yeah.
Illegal is fucking shit.
But, no, he's just someone that again unfazed by a big occasion. I thought really sort of given the conditions and given the sort of situation he found himself in, really sort of showed he can be a test player heading forward.
Yeah.
And can we talk about Gordon, Nick?
Yeah, we can talk about Gordon.
Who would you play at scrum half, Nick? I'm going to ask you that.
Huh?
Who would you play at scrum half?
It's a good question because, I mean, I think a key reason why the last 30 minutes were so good was because Bell came on and Tate came on. I think those two made a massive
Bell
difference.
mainly.
But like
Bell
on the one hand, like I think there's so many people saying that Tate should start, but Nathan made a great point. He's the best 21 in the world right now. Like the key reason why
we've talked about that so many times.
The key reason why he's so effective is because he's up against tired defences who have been used to Gordon not sniping around the ruck, and then out of nowhere, McDermott does it twice in 2 or 3 minutes, and suddenly the
it's
Wallabies
completely
get no
different.
call.
It's like bringing on
an effective
Ronaldo
team.
for Messi.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's
Two completely different players. They're fucking phenomenal. I mean, Tate, Tate 100%. Like, I mean, even he did a couple of passes. He passed above the head. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? You have one fucking job. You pass the chest. And people go, oh, Gordon did this. And I mean, even our own chat, it was like Gordon did a couple of shit kicks. I don't think he did. Like, you were playing the Lions, which is 4 teams put together.
Three. Remember, Wales.
I'm still thinking about Wales. But, I thought Gordon played really well.
That's
And it's not because I'm a Tars fan. I thought he played really fucking well.
Yeah.
Tate played really well, and to his part, but that's all part of it. Like, exactly, like Tate, it's kind of like Reimer at the Brumbies. Like, he played on the bench against the Lions, but he's so fucking good when he comes on. He changes the game.
Yeah, he did change the game. I reckon Tate stays on the bench. I reckon Bell comes off it and starts.
Yeah, no, Bell should start.
Yeah, Bell can start. I mean, and that's not to say I don't think Slipper was terrible. He did miss a couple of tackles.
it was solid.
He did okay. I reckon Slipper did okay.
But
I think
the scrum
Robertson
was the
did
best,
alright.
wasn't it?
I thought Robertson was pretty solid. Talking about on the other side of the scrum.
Yeah.
But the
Can we
question
talk about the scrum, Nick? Sorry, can we talk about the scrum?
scrum was good.
The scrum was good. There was a bit of a mess by Bok. Because Bok clearly...
It's always a mess with Bok.
He changed with the wind.
Yeah.
He's like windsock.
He's one of those people. He gets there. He gets to a situation like a knock on or a ruck, and he just sort of sits there and he's like, "Oh shit! This looks pretty messy. Someone should make a call." And I look at him like,
Hang on a minute, I'm the ref.
That's your job. Yeah.
But he did that a lot, didn't he? But I mean, have you ever refed? Like, you always have to think about it.
No, I have. I've ref before. That's why I can say this shit.
Yeah. And you're like,
You have to
hang on a
make a
minute,
call.
that was a knock on, wasn't it? Okay, yeah.
But sometimes you just got to make a call, and even if it's wrong, just be like, all right, well, that's how I saw it in the play, so we keep going. He just sort of stands there and is like,
Someone better make the call.
Yeah.
What's my touchy saying?
What's my touchy say? But I mean,
it was interesting though, right? Like, it wasn't a huge scrum battle tonight. They were really keen to chuck it out to the locks. And
I thought Fezler didn't play very well.
Line-out-wise, he was pretty
I thought the
average.
line-out wasn't very good. It wasn't like, not to say that it was bad, I just thought that, I think Pollard did a better job coming off the bench. I think Matty Fezler didn't, he was a bit inconsistent
Just
at the
didn't hit
line-out.
his mark.
Maybe, I thought maybe, do you think Frost and Williams were a bit undercooked?
A little, yeah.
A little undercooked this, coming into it? Because I just remember seeing how much Williams dominated Itoje against England last year, and I was like, oh, you can do better than this, come on.
Even that, I kind of feel Itoje was quiet. He got that first pilfer, and that was it. He wore the earring in the pre-match conference.
Yeah.
And then I was saying to the boys, this guy is wearing an earring. That is such a power play.
Yeah, he won. In reality, that's where they won the game.
What, his earring?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
His earring, it was wild. As I said, it hit me harder than a man trying to sleep with my missus, fuck that earring.
Cambridge.
At Green and Gold Rugby, we love nothing more than celebrate a great Aussie success story. And Good Digby Distillery is one of the most exciting ones around. They're shaking things up, literally, by maturing their spirits in Aussie hardwood cubes instead of old school barrels. With infused flavours of ironbark, jarrah, even Tasmanian blackwood, that's about as uniquely Aussie as it gets. Not into malt? No worries. They've got a whole range, from Australian gins to grey gum vodka and even blackwood rum. No matter what you taste, there's something for everyone. Just head to goodredigby.com to place your order. And here's a special offer for Green and Gold Rugby fans. Use code GAGR20 at checkout for 20% off, or click the link in the episode description. Good Digby, that's good, dig, B. Hard to pronounce, real easy to drink. And remember, drink responsibly.
Cambridge.
Yes, so I think this leads us to a good wrap-up question, which is, I reckon, we're going to be in Melbourne next week. You and I've got First Nation Pacific and Nathan.
That's it.
And then we've got a Wallabies test match at the MCG. Yeah, you don't. You can keep drinking. You're fine.
I'm chilling. I'm having a good 8 hours sleep from that night.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. Yeah, we got to hop on a flight back tomorrow. Serious question though, have you seen enough from this match to determine that the Wallabies can level the series in Melbourne?
Yes, I can. I think Skelton and Valentini make a lot of a difference to that side. Yeah. Even Gleeson potentially off the bench.
Yeah, true.
I think that they looked better as the game went on. So I think absolutely they're in a big chance with leveling the series at Melbourne.
Hartman, what do you think?
Answer me this: in the New Zealand Lions game, I think the pattern is the Lions always win the first game.
Yeah, usually. Oh no, New Zealand won the first game.
In Australia, we always lose the first game.
Yeah, in Australia we always lose the first game. New Zealand won the first one, I think. I recall.
Yeah, absolutely. No, what Nathan said, I've got nothing to disagree. I think it was crazy. Because I'm in the pub as well, right? So it's all a bit audible. But it was quiet. It was crazy how quiet the game went.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was loud as all hell at Suncorp.
It was so fucking loud. Yeah.
And we weren't talking about Itoje wearing that earring in the match conference.
No, but serious question. Do you think the Wallabies can win in Melbourne? Serious question.
Yeah, I do. I'll give it a 40% chance.
40% chance?
No, we'll take that. We'll take 40.
I didn't notice who's the Scottish 10?
Finn
Russell?
Yeah.
I didn't notice him in the second half. He was just there to do his duty, you know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah.
I think Skelton Valentini, which means we can go up the guts.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Even fucking Wilson and the Wilson Tate McWright thing, you see it in Super, but it actually came alive in the second half. Yeah. Absolutely, I think they're there for the taking.
Yeah. So
and they're big boys. They're all big boys. Like their wingers are twice the size of our wingers, but
yeah,
it was still, man. Yeah, there's something there.
Yeah,
there was absolutely something there, and the Wallabies would love being told that they're second best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will finish
These
off by
Wallaby
saying
sides.
I'll finish off by saying I reckon they can master the scrum. Like the scrum was positive. I reckon they can master the line out, and I reckon they can master the ruck and get that go forward. If you do that, you can win that game. So
If they attack the scrum, 100%.
Yeah,
They need to
absolutely.
attack it.
Yeah,
Because they were boring. They had a scrum camera.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, look, that's what I reckon they can do. But unfortunately, Hartman, we're getting kicked out.
Fucking hell. All
I
right.
know. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, we are in fact getting kicked out of Suncorp Stadium. Like that's how much of a rebel we are.
Fucking
We'll say
Queenslanders.
good night. If it's not an instant reaction for nothing, but see us
Very instant.
very instant. see us on Tuesday next week at Docklands in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's not you,
Thanks,
Hartman. You'll
everyone.
be drunk. You'll still be drunk.
Nah. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We've got another week to get back on the horse and take that horse to the water, and you can ask that horse, you can say, hey horsey, do you want to have a drink or do you want to swim? Yeah, and it's up to that horse to then realise what he wants to do in his life. So we're looking forward to, like I say, getting back on that horse.
And are you looking forward to getting back on the horse 6 months since we last saw you?
I don't like horses, I can't ride.
Give myself an uppercut.
Tonight's episode was brought to you by Good Digby Distillery, uniquely Australian and proud of it. Cheers to supporting local. Visit goodredigby.com.